Hello friends, my name is Vikas. So friends, in this video we will be discussing some of the most important current affairs of the topic indexes and reports of September month. This video will be very helpful to you, so do watch the video till the end. Hit the like button and share the link of this video with your friends. So friends, we'll start with the session, but before that we have something important to tell you about. So students, we have an app by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download using the Play Store, and it is available only for the Android users as of now. Once you have downloaded and opened the app, you will see a page such as the second screen here. Then you just need to log in with your Google ID, or you can say with your Gmail ID on this application, and once you have logged in, you are ready to use the particular application. As you can see, you will be seeing here my course, all courses, crack current affairs. Just click on any of those and you will be directed to a second page. Here now, what are the features or why we recommend you to use the app? Because on the app we provide you daily current affairs both in English as well as in Hindi. Both Hindi and English current affairs are provided you daily along with the quiz sessions. This is important. We provide you daily with the quiz sessions that will help you to brush up your current affairs that you gain today through our video or any other notes provided. These English and Hindi PDFs are also provided to you daily. This is provided on our app course that you can go and purchase. Two types of courses are there, 1 year plan and a second year plan, which you can opt as per your need. Then we provide you with weekly videos, not just weekly videos on YouTube and monthly videos, daily videos are also given. Apart from that, weekly PDFs of current affairs are provided to you. Compiled PDF of current affairs of the whole week will be provided to you both in English as well as in Hindi. Then similarly for the month also, you will be provided a compiled video of the whole month both in English as well as in Hindi PDF for the current affairs that will brush up your current affairs very much. Apart from this, we provide you with the topic wise current affairs, topics such as apps and web portals, important days, books and authors. Then comes your sports, then comes your obituary, national affairs, international affairs, sports. These all topics are covered by us on our YouTube channel, which you can go and check it out also. Very important this section, because we provide you with the PDFs also with them that helps you to revise through a particular order, and it is very helpful to you, so you should definitely check it out. Then apart from it, we provide you questions regarding your particular exams also, such as bank, related to your banking. We provide you questions, we provide you PDF, we provide you material that will help you to revise those topics, those important topics. So very important. All right, so I definitely recommend you to check our app and do revise and to purchase the courses, because they will be very helpful to you. These, I strongly recommend you to use our app as well as website, and the quiz provided on the app is very helpful to you on the daily basis, and our monthly study material for your exams will do wonders. So do watch the video for the revision purposes, they are very helpful. And if you use my code Vikas10, straight away you will be getting an additional 10% discount on the purchase you made using the application. So additional discount for you students just from my side. It is a happy hour sale, you can say, 10% discount using Vikas10. So friends, let's start with the session now. So let's start friends. First we'll be talking about NIRF ranking, that is National Institute Ranking Framework. NIRF. Which ministry releases this NIRF ranking? The ministry, that is Ministry of Education, releases this NIRF ranking, or you can say National Institute Ranking Framework. If the name of person is asked, that who released this, it was released by Dharmendra Pradhan ji, who is our current education minister. If we look at the data, Dharmendra Pradhan from the Ministry of Education released the 6th edition of National Institute Ranking Framework rankings of the higher education institutes of India in 11 categories from New Delhi. The ranking has been taught by IIT Madras of Tamil Nadu in overall category, which is followed by IISc, that is Indian Institute of Science of Bangalore, Karnataka, at second, and IIT Bombay, Maharashtra at the third place. So in this NIRF ranking, the one institute that topped was IIT Madras, second was IISc Bangalore, and third was IIT Bombay. If we talk about the current rankings, the ranking consisted of four categories, namely overall university, college, and research institutions, and seven subjects such as engineering, management, pharmacy, architecture, medical, law, and dental in 2021. If we look at some of the key points, IIT Madras retains first position in overall category as well as in engineering for the third consecutive year. IISc Bangalore tops the university as well as research institution category introduced for the first time in India Rankings 2021. All India Institute of Medical Science, that is AIMS of New Delhi, retains the top slot in medical for the fourth consecutive year. Jamia Hamdard tops the list in pharmacy subject for the third consecutive year. Alright, so this is NIRF ranking released by Ministry of Education, or if name of person is asked, then Dharmendra Pradhan released this NIRF rankings. Now, three Indian institutes have been topped or listed in the Times ranking. What is this time? The World University ranking. This is also important market. Alright, this is also like if it is asked according to the Times Higher Education World University ranking, what are the three Indian institutes in the list? They are Indian Institute of Science Bangalore, IIT Roped, and the last one is your JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research. These three institutes were in the Times Higher Education ranking of the World University rankings of the year 2022. Then first was your IISc Bangalore of Karnataka, second was your IIT Indian Institute of Roped of Punjab, and third was your GSS Academy of Higher Education and Research of Mysore, Karnataka. If we talk about the rankings, it lies between 300 to 1 to 350 IISc, 351 to 400 IIT Roped, and 351 to 400 only GSS Academy of Higher Education. If we are talking about who topped the Times Higher Education World University ranking, it was topped by Oxford University of United Kingdom. Second was California Institute of Technology, US. Third and second was this is your third, that is Harvard of US. Fourth was Stanford of US. Fifth was Cambridge of UK, and fifth was also shared by MIT of US. All right, moving on. One more thing, just for people don't get confused, change this to 3. All right, and this to 6. Moving on. Now, if we talk about the top 20 dairy companies list, I repeat, if we talk about the top 20 dairy companies list, the rank of Amul, that is being serving in India, is placed at 16th spot in 2020, and now it has dropped 2 more places and the rank of Amul is now 18 in 2021. All right, if we look at the data, as per the 2021's Global Dairy Top 20 report released by a Dutch multinational banking and a financial service company, Rabobank, the France-based dairy major company Lactalis became the world's #1 dairy company in the terms of market capital. Lactalis replaced Switzerland's Nestle, which remained at the global leader in the dairy sector for decades. Notably, India's well-known cooperative brand Amul under the cooperative body Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation was also placed at the 18th position. Previously, that was at 16th in 2020. Gujarat Cooperative Milk Federation has become the first Indian dairy industry to spot in the global top 20 list released by Rabobank. So here is the list. First, Lactalis of France. Second, Nestle of Switzerland. Third, Dairy Farmers of America of USA. And 18th is your Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation, that is Amul of India. Notable points on dairy sector. India is the world's largest milk producing country. First thing you need to know. Second is New Zealand is the world's largest milk exporter, while China is the top milk importing country. All right, one that is producing or the largest producer of milk is India, largest exporter of milk is New Zealand, and the largest importer of milk is China. So mark these things, can be asked in your exam. Next, Next is India has become the world's third largest startup ecosystem, followed by USA and China. I repeat, as we know, China is known as the factory of the earth. So, or and USA is also one of the biggest markets in the world. So after USA and China, now we can say India has retained the third spot in the world's largest ecosystem, or you can say India became the world's third largest startup ecosystem, followed by USA and China. As per the report by Huron India Future Unicorn List of 2021 released by Huron Research Institute, India became the third largest unicorn ecosystem in the world after USA and China, as India has 51 unicorns worth of $168 billion, 32 gazelles and 54 cheetahs. What are these gazelles and cheetahs? Gazelle is a startup founded after 2000 with a current valuation ranging from $500 million to $1 billion and has a potential to grow unicorn in 2 years. This is gazelle. Then cheetahs have an estimated evaluation ranging from 200 million to 500 million and are likely to turn unicorn in 4 years. Then the list is a ranking of India's startups founded in 2000 having a value of $200 million, that is roughly 1500 crore rupees, and have not yet been listed on the stock exchange. Number of unicorns in the US and China is at 396 and 277 respectively. Fourth position is retained by UK with 32 unicorns, and fifth by Germany with 18 unicorns. Moving on. Next we'll be talking about Global Innovation Index. I repeat, Global Innovation Index. What is the rank of India in the Global Innovation Index? So the rank of India is 46 market. Global Innovation Index. Who releases this index? This index is released by WIPO, that is World Intellectual Property Organization, releases the Global Innovation Index, and the rank of India in the Global Innovation Index is 46, that has been improved from 48 last year. Alright, in 2022, in 2020 the rank of India was 48 and it has been improved this year, that is in 2021, and the rank of India now is 46 in the Global Innovation Index that is released by WIPO. India entered into the group of top 50 countries of GII. The National Institute of Transforming India, that is NITI Aayog, along with the CII and the World Intellectual Property Organization, virtually hosted the India launch of GII 2021 and the Global Innovation Conclave in the September. Here is the list. First rank in the GII Global Innovation Index is secured by Switzerland, second by Sweden, third by USA, fourth by UK, and the rank of India in the 2021's Global Innovation Index is 46. Mark it. Next, if we talk about startup hubs, world's top startup hubs, that means if an entrepreneur want to start their business and if they want to expand their business, which are the cities or which are the countries that he will be preferring to, this list tells about that. So Mumbai, Bangalore, they are one of the most anticipated places where these entrepreneurs will go and invest. So as per the annual rankings of the International Startup Hubs named Global Startup Ecosystem Report 2021, this can be asked that who releases the Global Startup Ecosystem Report 2021? It is released by Startup Genome, and the Global Entrepreneurship Network of London, Mumbai and Bangalore are featured among the world's top startup hubs. I repeat, as per the annual ranking of International Startup Hubs named Global Startup Ecosystem Report 2021, that is compiled by research organization Startup Genome and the Global Entrepreneurship Network, London, Mumbai and Bangalore are featured among the top startup hubs. The Bangalore was ranked at 23rd position among the top 30 global startups, whereas Delhi was ranked at 36th. If we are talking about global startup ranking, this was topped by Silicon Valley was the first rank, followed by New York City second, and Beijing was at fourth, and Boston was at fifth. So if we look at the data, first rank was secured by Silicon Valley, second by New York City, second also followed London, means second was shared by two positions, or you can say second was of New York City and third was of London, fourth Beijing, fifth was of Boston. Mainly the important one you need to remember is the topmost rank, that is of Silicon Valley, and the rank of Bangalore was 23rd because they are Indian cities, and Delhi was at 36th. So mark these: 23 Bangalore and 36 of Delhi in the global startup ecosystem report of 21 released by Startup Genome along with the Global Entrepreneurship Network. Next, next we'll be talking about rising carbon dioxide concentration threatens all 17 sustainable development goals, said WMO. What is WMO? World Meteorological Organization. Recently a report was released by them, by the WMO published a new report, and the name of the report was Climate Indicators and Sustainable Development, demonstrating the interconnection, stated that the climate change affects not only the obstruct the sustainable development goal 13, that is the SDG 13 climate action, but impede all the 17 sustainable development goals. It was released, that is this report was released in coincide with the UNGA annual session and the opening of the virtual SDG action zone to accelerate the action on the sustainable development goals. What is in the particular report? Has covered 13 sustainable development goals to demonstrate their connection with the changing global climate, which will hinder the achievement of these sustainable development goals. It also called for greater international collaboration for achieving the SDGs and for limiting global warming to less than 2 degrees Celsius or even 1.5 degree by the end of the century. If we talk about the rising carbon dioxide impact on all the sustainable development goals, there are 7 climate indicators impacting these goals: carbon dioxide concentration, temperature, ocean acidification, ocean heat content, sea ice extent, glacier mass balance, and sea level rise. In above, rising CO2 concentration, that is rising carbon dioxide concentration due to human activities, is a key driver of the global climate change. This is indirectly responsible for the risk related to the other 6 climate indicators and all the 17 sustainable development goals. What are the various recommendations given by the WMO? WMO recommended that the remaining 4 sustainable development goals, that are improved education, global partnership, and sustainable consumption, to be utilized as a solution to mitigate climate risk. Gender equality is also a critical component of many of the highlighted risks, particularly relating to health, food security, and water scarcity. All right. Name of the report is also important, so you should know: Climate Indicators and Sustainable Development Demonstrating the Interconnection, released by WMO. Moving on. No improvement in young children's diet over the past decade, report by UNICEF. What is the full form of UNICEF? Can anyone tell me? United Nations Children's Fund released a report titled Fed to Fail: The Crisis of Children's Diet in Early Life. Two in every three children between the age of 6 to 23 months didn't get the nutrition diet needed for their healthy growth, and the COVID-19 pandemic could make the situation much worse. The report was released ahead of the United Nations Food System Summit that is released on 23rd of September in New York, United States. What are the basic analysis that was given by UNICEF in this report? This report examined the UNICEF global database on infant and young children feeding for the status, trends, inequalities, and barriers to nutritious diet of the children between 6 to 23 months. This data has been collected from 607 nationals. UNICEF has estimated that globally more than half of the children under the age of 5 with wasting are younger than 2 years of age. This amounts to around 23 million children. So that is a big problem, and that has been not, this is not just the first report on food hunger and the basically report that is related to not proper availability of diet and nutrition in the children of the young age, because if they are not provided with the right amount of nutrition, then their health will deteriorate, or you can say they will not get the proper growth in the future that are required for the particular living in this century. Next is decades of development efforts undermined by pandemic, a report by FAO. Food Agriculture Organization also released another report on the pandemic, or you can say the decades of development, that the development was made through the decades in particular fields, have gone wasted, or you can say have not given the proper result because of the pandemic that took place in 2020, or you can say COVID-19, because COVID-19 basically came in, you can say November 2019. So that is the reason it has been named COVID-19. But the lockdown that started in the world, on the earth, was in around March, 23rd of March. In India, basically, it was 22nd of March when the lockdown started. So, according to the report of the FAO of the United Nations, reported, or the name of the report is Tracking Progress on Food and Agriculture Related Sustainable Development Goal Indicators, stated that COVID 19 has set back progress towards the Sustainable Development Goals enshrined in the UN's Agenda 2030, undermining the decade of development efforts. It focuses on the 8 Sustainable Development Goals which were adopted at the UN Summit in New York in 2015. This report, that is Tracking Progress on Food and Agriculture Sustainable Development Goals Indicator 2021, this is the third assessment of FAO. According to the report, COVID-19 pandemic has increased the burden of chronic hunger. It has pushed around 83 to 132 million people into hunger in 2020. COVID-19 has disrupted the food supply in society. Around 14% of all food has been lost. There are some of the key findings: that the pandemic caused the biggest harm in the agriculture system of the countries. It has also increased the price volatility in the supply market. Women suffered more than the men due to disparity in earnings, gender equalities in land rights, discriminatory laws, and customs. Water stress also remains high in many regions of low income countries, which is not threatening process towards the sustainable development. All right, moving on. Next report is also related to COVID-19, that COVID-19 pandemic has not slowed climate change. A report by United Nations. Earlier we used to think that when pandemic hit and everyone was into lockdown, that then the our climate and the environment is taking rest and it is healing. But a recent report by United Nations stated that the COVID-19 pandemic has not slowed down the climate change that we were expecting. The World Meteorological Organization released a report on the latest climate science information named United in Science 2021. As per the report, COVID 19 caused only a temporary decline in the carbon dioxide emissions in 2020, whereas the concentration of major greenhouse gases, that is CO2, methane, nitrous oxide in the atmosphere continued to increase in 2020 and the first half of 2021. Some of the key findings of the report is that the global climate in 2017 to 2021 is: the global average surface temperature for the period of 2017 to 2021 is among the warmest on record, estimated at 1.06 degrees Celsius to 1.26 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. Fossil carbon dioxide emissions such as coal, oil, gas, and cement increased to 36.6 gigaton carbon dioxide in 2019, followed by a drop of 1.98 gigaton carbon dioxide, that is 5.6% in 2020 due to COVID-19 levels. Alright, that means as we were expecting that the climate change has slowed down just because we were not releasing as much carbon dioxide into the air during the pandemic, during the lockdown. But this report stating, naming United in Science released by WMO, or United Nations, stated that COVID-19 pandemic has not slowed down the climate change as we were expecting earlier. Next, Union Health Minister Shri Mansukh Mandavia has released the third State Food Safety Index. Let's look at it. On September 20, our Union Minister Mansukh Lakshmanbhai Mandavia, who is the Minister of Health and Family Welfare, released the third State Food Safety Index by Food Safety and Standards Authority of India in New Delhi. It measures the performance of states and union territories across 5 parameters of food safety. The top rankers in the largest state category has been backed by Gujarat, or you can say Gujarat was the top ranking state, followed by Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Bihar ranked the 20th in the particular list. If we are talking about smaller states, Goa stood first, followed by Meghalaya, second, and third at Manipur. Mizoram stood at last. Then, if we are talking about Union territories, Jammu and Kashmir grabbed the top spot, followed by Andaman and Nicobar Islands, then Delhi at second and third place, respectively. The last place was secured by Lakshadweep in the Union territory list. The five parameters that are judged for the food safety are human resource and industrial data, compliance, food testing, infrastructure and surveillance, training and capacity building, and consumer empowerment. These are the five parameters of food safety. All right. And if we look at some of the other initiatives that are launched by Mansukh Mandviya sir, or you can say another initiative that are launched by FASAI for providing proper food to each and every individual on the continent, or you say on the country. Launch of various innovative initiatives by FASAI includes Eat Right Research Award and grants to encourage and recognize high quality research in food safety and nutrition in India. Second is logo for vegan foods for easy identification and distinction from non-vegan foods. These are some of the initiatives that have been started by FASAI. All right, so that proper food is provided to the people. There is no harm or no, you can say, danger in eating a particular food. Launch of various ebooks featuring recipes around local seasonal food items, indigenous millets, and plant based source of protein. The minister also flagged off 19 mobile food testing vans, food safety on wheels, taking the total number of such mobile vans to 109. So friends, this was our video. I hope you enjoyed our video. If you liked our video, do hit the like button, share the link with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, or if you are new to our channel, then do subscribe because it motivates us to bring a better content for you guys. Also, if you have any trouble regarding login or payment or any other issues, then you can reach to us on our mail, that is support at the rate of affairscloud.com, or you can call us on the number 9677333862, and we'll resolve your issue as soon as possible. Also, you should go and check our courses that are available at a very reasonable price, and that will help you to boost your preparation.